If you want to invest in Africa from the diaspora, note the following key points. Number one, the average African resident in Africa thinks that you pluck money in the streets of America and in the streets of Europe. They don't know how hard you work. So don't come home with the impression, to create the impression that you are doing well. If you create the impression that you are doing well, they will help you waste what you have. They will increase the prices for you. You will spend twice what you have, what you are supposed to spend for what you want to do. So don't ever create that value. If you have to do anything, consult somebody who has been on ground that is doing well in business here. He knows the prices, he knows the rates, he knows the costs, and he knows how to maneuver in these your countries. Number three, don't come with the perspective that you know so much. No. Every knowledge has a limit, and it can be limited in an environment. When the Americans went to China and started teaching administration, they found out that it didn't work. And that's why the Frederick's theory of prismatic society was announced. Frederick's theory of prismatic societies. When you come to Nigeria, as I said earlier on, sound those who have been doing business here. The next thing is that don't ever come with the mindset that you have done better than those you are going to consult. You will irritate them, and some of them who have a bad spirit can frustrate you, can help frustrate you. Don't come with an air of superiority. Many people here are very rich. As I said, this is one of the easiest countries to make money. I'm talking about Nigeria now. Don't come with an air of, I know it all. And stop talking about in the US. No, you are coming to Nigeria. You are coming to Africa. Such display irritates people who have done well. I know somebody who was to be picked from the airport by a Nigerian, one of his cousins. When he got down from the plane, he was shouting and shouting. When the boy surfaced with a 40 million naira vehicle, he calmed down. He told him that he had a little delay. He calmed down. When he carried him to his house, carried him to his business places, he calmed down. He calmed down. His wife was saying, you see now? And somebody told him that that boy can buy you. So come with a sense of humility, a sense that is willing, somebody who is willing to learn. Then people will be more open to you. Because if you come with an air of superiority, an air of I know it all, they will want to prove to you that we who have been here and have done well are more intelligent. Now prove your intelligence. So come with a humble disposition, a friendly disposition, a learning disposition. And anytime somebody at home is talking to you, be very, very careful. Number one, whatever they say, note them down. Behave like a typical European. When you deal with a European in Africa, when you tell him something, you will think he has forgotten. He will ask you another time. And if you give another answer, he knows that you are a liar. So always note things, then subsequently ask the same question again. If you get another answer, then you know that this person is not trustworthy. Try it 1 or 2 times. If it's a consistent behavioral pattern, be very careful. The next thing is that don't come looking for money. You will become desperate. Let me quickly say this. Don't come to Nigeria to do politics. you will go back broke. They will mess your reputation and mess you up. That's why some of us are not politicians. Don't come. Use your money to do something better. So, when you come to invest, don't come looking for money. You will be desperate. Your brain will not work well. Come with the love for your country, the love for your people, and the desire to contribute. But remember, you are a businessman, not a social entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody who experiments with an idea. A businessman is who knows what is profitable and he invests in it to make profit. So don't come with the mindset of a social entrepreneur. What I'm doing for you now is social entrepreneurship because I can make money from running this seminar for 1 hour and you will pay. So let them know in as much as you love them, you want to also have it in the back of your mind that you are going to make profit. The next thing is that be ready for bureaucratic sluggishness, bureaucratic wickedness, bureaucratic stupidity. Be patient, be patient. Sometimes get a lawyer to help you do some of these things. Tap into your connections in the system. Your former classmates, your former your former classmates, much better. Your neighbors, sometimes your relatives, but most of them might be untrustworthy. So tap into the network. Google information. Then make phone calls. When you make phone calls, speak the language. Speak the language, or get somebody to talk on your behalf. If you speak 20 computer, they know this guy does not know the road. So the next thing is that don't start big. Don't start big. So that if you make mistakes, your mistakes will be small. You can acquire a large piece of land, but start small. Start small. Let the business grow organically. The next thing is that for people like me, I have not done transactions with government. They only consult me and they pay me for my intellectual services. If not, I don't go to supply government anything, do anything with government. Because you will be frustrated with demands that the civil servants, ideas they will suggest, corruption they will want to rope you into. They will tell you, this thing, you are supplying it to us at 20,000, but you are going to write an invoice of 40,000. And you will get irritated and frustrated and go back home. So build your ecosystem. Apart from the registrations I do, the taxes I pay, and when they come for inspection, I have facilities that are better than the government facilities. So I only entertain them by our cultural values here. So don't get into a business you will need to do contract with government in the beginning, unless you have grown and had buffer. If not, they can owe you, frustrate you when they know that you are not ready to play ball. You are not in heaven. Even in heaven, there was rebellion. Satan, there was war in heaven. So you are on earth and you are in Africa. So learn. So for me, I avoid anything government. The next thing is, if you want to do a business that the general populace can patronize you. The general populace can buy from you. And you will use the C.K. Prahalad principle. C.K. are initials. Prahalad, Prahalad. Go and Google it. He was a professor in Michigan University who proposed the base of the pyramid theorem, that as at the time of proposing that theorem, the population of the world was 7.5 billion. And out of the 7.5 billion, 4.5 billion people live on less than $2.5 a day. As I said in my previous video, you can read that in Jeffrey Archer's book, Ending Global Poverty. That if you can target these people earning less than $2.5 a day, then you will be rich and you will be socially relevant. So, produce services and products that the general populace can afford in small units, in regularity, on a daily basis throughout the year, and you will remain relevant and rich. When you want to do a business in Africa, particularly my great country, Nigeria, make sure that your foreign inputs, foreign raw materials, foreign machinery, if it will require constant replacement, is very minimal. That most of what you will use can be sourced locally. Let's take palm oil production. I will talk about palm oil production. The palms are here. You don't need to go and bring palm oil from Malaysia if you are producing small quantities. And then set up a system of accounting, a system of collecting money, do most of your businesses with modern technology. In your business place, you must have CCTV cameras. Number one, people can be very lousy. They will just, there's a factory near me here. Since morning they came, they've been singing and doing all kinds of nonsense. And I was just wondering, where is the owner of the factory? So you might not be physically present. Your manager can be there. And for security reasons, you can observe all that is going on from your phone wherever you are. Even if subsequently you go to the United States or the UK, you can manage your business from your phone. So have CCTV cameras. Then you must think of your energy needs. Locate your business where there is regularity of power supply, in quotes, in Nigeria in particular. Most other countries I've been to, they have more regular electricity supply, up to as far as remote places in Madagascar. So, regular electricity supply. Then, source of water. Try as much as possible to have backup, like a generator, like solar energy. Even if you have a borehole, have a well and a water pump that can pump water, very good water, from the place. Then security, if possible. Number one, try and cultivate a relationship with the security agencies. Elisha said, should I speak to the king? Should I speak to the commander of the army? So he had a relationship in the barrack. Try and cultivate a relationship with the security forces. You might not need to be going there every day. Just go there, buy a drink, bring a product, something you brought from America, give to him, then tell him to come and pay you a visit, give him dinner. You have cultivated a relationship. And you can call on that relationship at any time. Then ensure your offices, your residence, and where you are doing your business has security 24/7. And as I said before, maintain a very low profile. Make sure your product will be demanded locally, demanded nationally, and demanded globally. Once you put these things into place, I believe you will do very well. And don't be too nice. And don't be too wicked. Don't be too nice. Don't be too nice.